How many gallons is this one?
This one holds about 1,500. It has a gauge right up on top of it. We might fill it a touch full, but by the time we splash out of the top, we're down around the 1,500, maybe a touch less.
Now, are you using that one today because of the footprint of the tire track?
You seen it on the track. You see the track yesterday, what it did. I've already tacked it with our, what we call our big foot, our big tire roller. To kind of smooth the track back out. The lines that was made as it grabbed the fresh water. This one here, we go right through the water and not make near the print of everything else, and it'll just try to keep it all clean. It's made walk the fields and everything else. So it just keeps the track smoother, nicer finish. I'll put a load on here, another load on here, and maybe another load. I'll see how it takes, how far it goes around. Right now it seems like it's setting on top pretty good. But when I get back, I'll see how much it sucks out. Okay, so you're 2 loads for sure, and possibly 3 to 4.
Yeah,
possibly 3 or 4. Right now it did very well for taking
No. He didn't catch that. He offered me to ride with him, and I declined. So he's going to go put, done filling, going to go put another load on. Okay, here comes Steve back from making his second pass or second load of water on the go-kart track. And I was timing him. That was a little over 6 minutes. And this time I'll see if I can get to the pump switch so he doesn't have to get out. We are inside. Hit the brake pedal twice, and I wonder if he wants me to shut the water off early. Okay, we just shut that water off, and that was, I think he's going to go back for one more load. Okay, there you see him pulling out. I believe that was just shy of 7 minutes. All right, Steve is on his way back here. Let's see if he's going to back in. Okay, so now that's your third full load, but...
Full load, but I broke my truck. The air bleeder valve, when I was holding it under the station, I held it on too hard. And something's leaking out through the bleeder. Tim's coming down to see if he can fix it, because I can't work my controls for the back end of the water. I got all the water on the track, luckily, but it doesn't have an emergency brake, so I didn't have to worry about that, and luckily nobody was out there, because the brakes quit working. I just drove it without brakes. And that's why it took me so long to slow down right here to get everything done. So now it's to the grader and the big track.
So now you had hydraulic fluid first, or?
Oh no, this is engine oil. Hydraulic fluid was on the other side we checked. It was full. We don't have much hydraulic problem. Got a little seepage up under the foot pedal inside the cab. But the engine oil will burn a little. I mean, it's an older piece. It sits. As you can see, the little leaks everywhere. But it's not bad. We run it hard over the last week for 4 or 5 days, because we graded for 5 days in a row. And I seen it coming down a little bit on the gauge, but I didn't worry about it too much. She's been holding true to me, so that's a plus. Antifreeze to it.
Okay, so now you're going to go up to the big track.
Yep, going to the big track.
Now,
have a antifreeze.
Now, what exactly will you do then? Do you make a pass around the whole track, or?
Oh, I'll make a couple off the top and get that dirt off the wall. You've seen how bad the dirt was on the wall, on the top side. That's the first thing that has to get raked down. And then I'll just kind of bring it around one direction and see how it fills in the entrances of the corners, because the entrances are the worst to have anything happen.
So essentially you're going to try just to scrape off the very top layer?
I'm just going to chip it up so the water will soak in a little more.
Now, out of all the days from the previous years you've been out here, is the wind ever not blowing out here?
And when it is, it's hot most time. We catch some days. Although this isn't bad, I'll take this wind all day. It's not a problem. Walk this back down to Tim, see if he wants the empty jugs to refill or not. Forward, forward. Okay, backward. Looking good.
I don't know how they doing that.
Try to set there and cool down and maybe you lost some pressure and reset.
I don't know how to do it. I didn't do it.
Good, no problem. Thank you. If you want to keep these jugs, I'm going to throw them away on my way.
No, I'll save them.
I don't know if you want to do all the
I
jugs.
want the old jug because I'll take it out of the Rotellas and put it in there.
Yeah, you hang cleaner in there.
Yeah, right in the back door.
So brakes are fixed.
Brakes are fixed. You just had to shut it off, let it bleed off all the way. And it's worked out good. Truck's a piece of original equipment. Mac, we've rebuilt it, put clutch in it, put a lot of pieces in there. But yeah.
So the one water truck and the two Massies are the only original pieces you have
Well,
left
those
here.
two Massies what are broke down are the only original pieces left. Everything else is bought from different places.
Okay, we are at the maintenance truck right now.
If we got antifreeze in here. See, we got oil, hydraulic fluid. Maybe have Tim go with some antifreeze.
Okay, I'm showing you this surface down here in case I forget to do up on top. What I didn't realize is when he does kind of a finish grade on the track, sometimes he leaves it with these rows of these ridges in it. And what I didn't realize about that is to hold the water. It keeps the water from washing clear down the track. So there's so many different nuances and things about this that I had never thought about. I had Steve explain to me what this next process entails. First, he's going along the wall to remove the berm that's collected up there. And at this point, he's not lowering the teeth of the blade into the track. He's just moving that dirt that is collected there down. His term is removing the fluff. After this first pass, he'll lower the blade down and chip the surface up. And this will enable the ground to absorb the water instead of just running off. And if you remember earlier, there were tear-offs laying in the bed of the truck and we were picking up debris on the track. I thought we were just picking them up because it was litter that would blow into the cornfield. And that wasn't the only reason. If you leave them in the track, Steve has found that they will prevent water absorption and it creates an uneven racing surface. These are the kinds of details that people just don't think about. At least I didn't. All right. He'll complete this first pass in a clockwise direction, and then the second pass he'll come around counterclockwise, and then he'll remove the remainder of the berm, and at the same time he'll be lowering the teeth of the blade into the track to actually start tearing the surface out. If we go behind him, he hasn't really, the way he's got that blade angled, he's really only scraping off that top area next to the wall. As you can see here down at the bottom here, it has not really touched the surface. Believe it or not, we just shifted gears and picked up speed a little bit. Actually, we're coming out of the turn, we're going down the front stretch now where you can see there isn't much buildup on the wall. try to explain this to you, but it might get noisy here in a second. The track is 95 feet across at its widest point. The blade of the grader is 12 feet long. So if you do the math, you should be able to grade this place in 8 laps, but you lose 2 feet of coverage when you angle the blade, so 12 feet per pass turns into 10 feet. Now we're at 10 laps, except you have to overlap the passes to keep the track smooth. That's why it'll take 12 to 14 laps around here to grade the track. Each lap around here in the grader takes anywhere from like 4.5 to 7 minutes. In the spring, or the rains a lot for the races, the ground is softer and will grade easier. I didn't show this, but when I got here, I tried, oh, hang on. I gotta jump down off the ground. Oh, damn. When it looked like I dropped the camera, I didn't drop the camera. I fell off the wall. That ledge is real narrow, and I wanted to get a shot of the blade coming by, so I tried to tether myself to the fence, but when I went to get down, I got my feet crossed up and fell. The whole time I was waiting for the grader to come by, I was thinking how unfair this would be to the track owners, having to explain how someone got hurt or killed out here. All right, so anyway, what I was saying was, when I got here, I tried to stick a screwdriver into the track. I couldn't because the ground was rock hard, and when it's like that, you have to go around here slower and at a higher RPM just to break the surface. And right now, all this is less about track prep and more about trying to stay profitable. Just by filling the water trucks quicker and running the track prep machinery more efficiently, Steve has cut at least 1 hour of his labor time down. The before look, and we got the after look. Something else I didn't realize, they clean the parking slabs off before every race. Other tracks I've raced at, you would have to carry a push beam for sure, and sometimes a shovel to clean your slab off before you could unload. We are up in the grandstand area, and Tim has moved the sweeper from doing the slabs down on the infield to up to the grandstands, and he's cleaning off all the walkways, and well, any asphalt or cemented surface is getting cleaned. Of course, it is Thursday. The go-kart track runs tonight, which they don't use this side. We are on the grandstand side for the big track. While I was showing you the sweeping, looks like the grader overheated.
Well, after all the good talk about my grader, something's blowing out of the antifreeze somewhere, or the water pump went out or something. We'll have to see what we got here.
Did you notice it on the gauge right away, or?
No, it's shut down. Run out of water. That's what it's done. It's got a low water sensor, will shut the machine down. Not the first time it happened, unfortunately. I had a hose break 4 or 5 years back. It just runs it low on water and the sensor shuts it down. So let me make a call. Well, it looks like walking down back. Gonna get the tractor now. I got a little bit of a hole over here to fill in it. Finish everything up with the box scraper.
What is the plan for the motor grader then?
Fiala's repair shop will be over. Just talk to Austin. He'll come over and look it over and fix either the hose, the water pump, whatever's on it. Will give us some time there. I can finish most everything up with the box scraper. Luckily, the heavy cushion part is down off the track. There's a bit of heavy windrow over there I have on turn 3 and 4. See how much more we can do here, how long this is going to take. I do need to get water on the track tonight, so that's important after it's been broke up.
And you've been on the motor grader for an hour and a half.
Have I really?
Yeah.
Oh. Didn't know it was that long. I was thinking just a little over an hour.
Okay, check that. You are correct. I'm looking at it and told you the wrong time. It is just barely over an hour. It's an hour and 8 minutes.
It only takes me about an hour and 10 minutes to get it off the wall, scrape it down. About another 20-25 minutes, I'll really take the dirt from the bottom back up to the top just to clean the track up. But today I really don't want to do too much of that because the class of cars we're going to have Friday won't be heavy on the track, and they don't want a heavy track. So I got to make it raceable for them without moving too much dirt. You know, it was about 5 or 6 years ago, I was getting the go-kart track ready and this track ready on the same days. We raced them both on Friday night, and all I had was failure written over everything. I couldn't keep up with everything. It was too much for one guy, and then we were trying to pack this one, pack that one. And luckily we moved the go-karts to Thursday night because it gave me a little more time, a little more break in the game to get everything finished up, taken care of, trying to do it right.
These are the things that no one thinks about.
Yeah, well, most of them don't have 2 racetracks. I mean, there's several places that do, but they'll have to have multiple guys or a piece of equipment. You know, we try to stay efficient, keep it kind of a short load. More pieces of steel. You find junk on the track everywhere. I found a piece up in turn 2. We try to stay efficient because cost. I'm here in business to try to make money and make ends meet, and you can spend all day grading this back and forth. Spend a lot of time on the track, and you know, it doesn't make you a lot more money. You got to try to do it right the first time.
You got to all the way
down back, yeah.
Let's drive.
Okay. Like I said, we get a few miles around this facility.
Well, it's something your dad had said to me, or I had heard him say a long time ago, is how many steps you get in a day being out here.
Yes. Oh, well, I hit 61 and 62,000 steps a couple years back. Physically exhausted.
Locked, and they don't have a key fob. Okay, Steve just took off. He's going to run out of time, so he wants to go over and get the go-kart track done, and then he is going to come back, finish grading this, and then they're going to put some water down. Now here comes the repairman for the road grader. To walk over to my truck and drive over the go-kart track, and we'll check out the finishing touches that Steve's going to put on that. Okay, what you're seeing here, Steve originally came around to the go-kart track with the box scraper to touch it up, but apparently I'm not going to stop him and try to talk to him because he's running behind, but he apparently, I think the track is still too wet, and he's using the packer that they call Bigfoot to work it in a little bit. But we will find that out in between times because, like I say, he's running behind, and I don't believe. Well, he just can't stop now. Brought the box scraper over. It was too wet to do anything with it, and he had to go get the packer and run the packer around. And it's been a 20 to 30 minute process, honestly. Switch machines out. I believe he's going back to get the box scraper, so we'll wait and see. Because again, I'm kind of lazy, and that's a long walk. Okay, I missed that one completely. He did not go get the box scraper. He went and picked up the smaller of the 2 watering apparatus. That was 3 passes with that water truck. I don't know if it ran out or if that's all he was going to do. My guess is it did not run out. And again, that was 3 full passes, which covered most of the track. Okay, scratch that. I'm saying he was low on water and is going to come back and make another pass. Okay, didn't have the camera running, so you couldn't see the hand signals he was giving me, but we are going to go back to the big track now. So, walk over here, get in my vehicle, because again, I am lazy, and drive to the front. And to be fair, I'm telling you, it's at least a quarter mile. So, I will see you on the front side. Or I could just show you. The trip set is at, you probably can't see that, it's at 47 miles. So let's see how far it really is. Okay, it's at 47.1. Now, I didn't have to tell you that. I could have cheated to make it look longer. And I think we're going to pick up a hitchhiker. And yes we are. Hey,
Yep.
Just so you know, remember those bumper stickers back in the 70s? Nobody rides for free?
Yeah.
Okay, Steve's back with us. Motor grader.
It's fixed. Radiator hose blew on it. So that half hour we spent packing the go-kart track, getting it kind of cleaned up and watered. Gave the guys time to get that fixed. Now I can finish up the big track and go over that hole I kind of filled in and wait for Jody to call me on the go-kart track to add a little water to it. And then I could also fix the hole and start watering the big track. So I still have about 5 hours maybe worth of work done or to do yet. It's 3:21. Yeah, I should be done, maybe sooner.
Okay, you couldn't see it on the mileage, the odometer here, but we did go a little over 0.2 of a mile.
0.2 of a mile, huh? Yeah, working in the equipment, rocking around on the machines. How many miles have I done today? Only 5.26.
Only?
Yep. Day's not over yet. I want to let you know I did not add my additive to the track. I'm curious what the weather's doing because the water wasn't sucking in like it normally does. That tells me the humidity level changed again. Not saying right or wrong, been wrong before, but I'll see what goes on with the track and how much, because I didn't want to make the water wetter and make it last longer than us get into a mud hole on the go-kart track.
Okay, I'm gonna stay here in the air conditioning. You go ahead and jump in there.
You go ahead, you keep yourself cool.
A game time decision on whether he's gonna put that additive in that. It sounds like that it slows the water from drying as quickly, is what it sounds like. I'll have to ask you more on that because I'm out of my depth here, and this has been way more educational and way more interesting than I honestly thought it would be. I think this is a typical day, and again, when you don't use equipment every day, it gets maintained differently, and things do happen from non-use. We'll finish up the grading here, and I'm guessing it's back to the water truck, but we'll find out. Well, we're walking around here, and let's see what we've got here. This is a plug socket. It's not exaggerating. It's 102 plus. It literally is. It's like a sauna, and I wish there was more of a wind. you're telling me, you're telling me, we stopped, and by we I mean you, because we lost our music? No, you, were you running low on fuel?
I was done, I was done. I just needed to clean that where I spread the dirt with the tractor. I wanted to just make sure that was planed off close.
Now, do you throw any water on it yet today, or?
Oh yeah, I've got to throw about, I'll go 5, 6, 7 truckloads of water on. I'll see how it absorbs. The track's very hard, so I just need to make that loose enough to stick together. Otherwise, it won't have enough time tomorrow. If I just wait till tomorrow, I'll have a mess. It'll be a dust mess for the racers, the fans.
And as you can see, we are fueling up. Okay, finished all the grading. We're back in the water truck. How many loads of water are we going to put down?
I'm guessing 5 to 6 at the speed I'm running. And I don't know what speed I'm running, I'm just going by feel. I'm guessing I'll get about 3 laps out of it. I'll shut it off one time down the front straightaway. And that'll let the track stick together pretty well for a while. Get some moisture in the ground, so we have something to work with. I'll have to water a little more tomorrow since we've once again had no rain in the last way too long. But I'm guessing 5 to 6 loads will be what today will bring us. I'm gonna have to get back over to the go-kart track pretty quick. Jody's over there packing it right now, trying to get it ready to go. And I'll have to get some water on it to start helping get the guys over there ready. Now I look out my left mirror a lot, not looking at you because the left mirror tells me how close I can get to the wall with my drop bar. And yes, I've bent it pretty good several times and hit it. Luckily I haven't broke any of it off. I'll break the holes off of the top end. The tube's got a little band out on it. Right where it goes on, it couples onto the other pipe that comes off the water truck.
Okay, so you'll put 5, 6 loads on tonight, or today, right now. When you get here tomorrow, what is your procedure for a race day?
I'll see, well, look at the temperatures in the morning when we get out of bed and see what all we're going to have. I'm kind of curious because the go-kart track water's sitting. I didn't put the wetter water in it tonight. I don't know if the humidity's changing. So I'll see if we do get some moisture tonight though. I'm not going to sit and look at my phone and be the weatherman like everyone else does. Sorry, I'm not that guy. I take it as it comes, kind of watch the heat. Rain is only when it hits the ground out of the air. Not raining until then.
But unless it rains, you will have to apply some water.
Oh, I will have to put quite a bit of water on. I'll probably put 10 or 11 loads on tomorrow. At that point, at 3 an hour, I like to look at an average. It's just over 3 an hour. But at 3 an hour, I'll probably start around 2. With the 7:15 start, looking at pack time. Probably about 6:30 to start packing. Matters how wet I get the track. I do have a lot of loose dirt up in these high sides. That might make it a little tougher to get packed in or it eats the dirt together. We'll see what we get.
All right, we just put 2 loads on with the other truck. How many loads are we going to put on with this one?
This won't have any loads at all. It might have 2 passes because right now the track is still wet. If you go up there and look at how wet it is, he's still trying to pack it in. It'll show the moisture. I'll put 2 loads on it and it'll spread it around. He's trying to seal it right now. So as we put it on top of the go-karts, it'll give a nice wet paste. And then as it absorbs, it won't take much. The go-karts will have a great show for quite a while.
Okay, I was mistaken. I thought he was taking that one up to the big track. Okay, I am standing here filling up the big water truck. Steve had previously filled the small one and is over on the go-kart track. So all I've got to do is when this fills up, which is right now, my job was to turn the water off, which I think I successfully did. So we'll wait for Steve to get back here and then we will go water the big track one more time.
back over to the go-kart track and help Jody finish up. But we're about half, 3/4 load. I'll kind of spread a little farther up as we're emptying out, and then call it a day.
Okay, so if I'm hearing you correctly, which I think I am, if I slip you a couple extra bucks and I can get my car to work really good on the bottom, you go ahead and move it up for me?
Probably not. It's going to be equal for everybody because I'm after the fans, not the drivers. I got told about my boys. I'm getting the track ready for them. I said, really? The track's 95 feet wide. I'm getting it ready for everybody. Wherever you want to race at, go race. Because I never know what's going to happen to it. I have to chase after the sun and the wind, and as the nighttime sets in, and hope I don't have it too wet early.
What degree is the banking here?
I'm going to tell you probably close to 22 to 25, somewhere in there, because you get up on the entrance of the corners, it has a pretty sharp incline there.
I guess I never realized how flat the bottom really is. It's flat and then runs out.
The exits of the corners are a lot flatter. We're going race direction. As you can see down here in turn 3 where I put that extra water and dirt, now that doesn't look too bad looking toward the green and red yellow light over there. That looks a lot smoother now. We hope it sticks and adheses. I wish the race cars would be up off the ground so they didn't sit and get holes as they go over the ramp where the trucks and trailers come in. We'll see what tomorrow brings us and hopefully stick in there.
Okay, so after we empty this out, then you're heading back over to the go-kart track?
I'm heading back over the go-kart track. Go-kart start at 6:30. I got to make sure Jody doesn't need any more water and hopefully help packing the track. He could need both, and I'll help pack with the big 3-wheeler. It'll actually do a pretty good job to pack the track in for the go-karters.
So,
I have to watch where my tire tracks are. You see that fresh wet mud?
yes.
That will seal the track in, so this is going to be my last run. That'll start sealing the track in and we'll let the water go in the next day. May sound stupid, but I need that water to go in at least a little ways, and it'll seal over because it's wet and moist. It'll stop it from going in. That's not what I want until tomorrow.
Okay, it is 10 after 6 right now. Okay, and I've been with you all day and you have not stopped once.
You can.
Okay, now we're going to go to the go-kart track after this.
Correct.
At what point in the evening do you close the place up, or so then do you stay till the go-kart track is shut down?
Yes, I'll stay till the end of the night. Turn the lights off, make sure everything's handled and done. Because we run power, electricity there. The big track, we're now running all of it off the generator. So I kind of switch back and forth. And Joe hasn't wanted to learn how to do that yet, so we'll get that handled and taken care of. It's just part of life. I don't know, yeah. It'll be longer than that today because I started at 8, so we'll probably be close to 14 hours somewhere in there. Go down by 10 or 11. But I started walking my dog at 8, before 8 actually, and then I went to the yard about 8:30 and started going over things and getting stuff lined up with Brian and a few other guys.
Okay, we are done with the big track for now. And remember, this is Thursday night. We started out here on Wednesday. Steve is in the Tarrigator, and he is going over to go and pack the go-kart track. And I think we will follow him over there. Now, I should drive. I don't know if he's just turning around or if he has to fill with water. Nope, doesn't need the water. Gives us a wave. No, he did not wave to us. And in 2/10 of a mile, I will be at the go-kart track. Okay, after a long and arduous journey, we've made it to the go-kart track. And they aren't putting any more water down, but they are trying to pack in what they've got. we are going to go to the inside of the track real quick here. Here is the broken tire and spindle. That is the one they're calling Bigfoot, which would be the second mechanical failure of the day. Now, if there was a race between the Gator and the Ellis Chalmers, I gotta be honest with you, smart money would go on the Alice Chalmers. The cool factor says go with the Gator. All right, it is 6:35 and all the track prep is done. And then tomorrow, I believe he'll start at 2 p.m. putting water on the stock car track, the big track. All the blading, so it'll just be watering and packing it in tomorrow, which it sounds like it encompasses about at least another 3 hours worth of work. And on one side note, got to show you this. I intentionally parked it Joe Kosiski parking only. And just so you know, Joe, I leaked oil all over your spot, all over your parking spot. All right, everyone, again, I used to go to high school football games with my dad, my brother's games, and I was in grade school. And at the end of the game, the announcer would always say, if you're driving home, drive safely. And if you're riding home, ride safely. All right, until next time, everybody.